We begin our broadcast this morning with breaking news from overnight. Boxing legend Muhammad Ali has died. The 74-year-old is being remembered today for his tremendous athletic feats in the boxing ring and his contributions long after the fight, his final fight. Renee Marsh gives us a glimpse at the life of Ali.
Muhammad Ali proclaimed himself the greatest, and millions of fans around the world agreed. Born Cassius Clay Jr. in Louisville, Kentucky, he was introduced to boxing when he was 12. Just 6 years later, he brought home a gold medal from the 1960 Summer Olympics. He turned pro at age 18, and at 22, he stunned the boxing world, becoming heavyweight champion by defeating the legendary Sonny Liston.
I shook up the world! I shook up the world!
The 60s were Ali's glory days, but the civil rights era would also become a controversial period in his life. He renounced his given name and joined the volatile black separatist Nation of Islam. Ali's heavyweight title was revoked when he refused to serve in the Vietnam War. Ali began a 3.5-year exile from championship fights until the U.S. Supreme Court overturned his conviction on a technicality. Barely back in the ring, Ali's undefeated professional record came to an end in 1971 when he lost to Joe Frazier in a match dubbed the fight of the century. But he would get revenge in a rematch. The famous Thriller in Manila ended with a technical knockout after the 14th round. Ali was on a roll again.
Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick.
Ali's last fight was in 1981 when he lost his title to Trevor Berbick. He retired the next day. 3 years later, he revealed he was fighting a new battle. He'd been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Though retired, he never retreated from public life. As his condition grew progressively worse, his spirit remained strong. In 1996, he lit the Olympic flame at the Summer Games in Atlanta, one of the most poignant moments in sports history. In 2005, Ali was presented with the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award, the nation's highest civilian honor.
When you say the greatest of all time is in the room, everyone knows who you mean.
In his final years, Ali penned a book, launched an online store, and even appealed to Iranian officials for the release of 2 American hikers. Despite his physical limitations, he was always the fighter who never backed down.
A funeral is planned for Wednesday in Kentucky. In the second half hour of News 2 Today, we continue to take a look at the life of the sports legend.